friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar and get the lead out. We are a Led Zeppelin tribute and we tour all over the country. We do 130 shows a year, so if Led Zeppelin is your thing, I formally invite you to come see a show. Alright? So on this channel, I like to do tutorials, and I've been doing for the last few weeks some of my favorite Led Zeppelin riffs and how I approach them, especially for like a live performance. And you guys have, man, these videos have really taken off. You guys have been great. The response I've been getting and the comments you guys have been leaving me have been super positive, and just, you know, they're giving me the extra kick to continue doing this, so I can't thank you all enough. So the last few weeks I've been doing 5 easy guitar riffs, and this week I wanted to kind of incorporate a little bit of slide, because Jimmy Page has a lot of really cool slide songs. And playing slide, when I first started, seemed to be this daunting task of learning something that just seemed impossible. And it's really not. And I feel like the songs that I'm going to show you today, they're great beginner songs, especially for Zeppelin fans. Jimmy has a lot of really cool parts that he plays, but like for instance on You Shook Me, which I'll be getting into here in a little bit, he follows the vocal melody, so it makes it really easy to kind of sink in your head where you're at while you're playing along with it. So it's little tricks like that, and how you're gonna hold the pick in your hand and how you rest on the bridge. I'm gonna talk about that, some of that stuff in today's video as well. But I wanted to incorporate some slide guitar on this channel as well. So I am going after my new goal this year, guys, of 10,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe. It's really helping me out. And everyone who has joined my membership, oh my God, thank you guys so much. All the members are listed below for the member shoutouts in the description box. So thank you again. Every little bit helps, and I'm having a ton of fun doing this channel and making these videos, and I hope you guys are really digging it. So without further ado, I'm going to get into my approach for these 3 songs, which I'm going to do You Shook Me, In My Time of Dying, and What Is and What Should Never Be. Alright, so let's get into it. First up is You Shook Me. Okay, so for my signal chain, guys, I'm using my Gibson Custom Shop 63 SG with P90 pickups. I love the sound of these pickups. I love the sound of this guitar, and it is complemented by the one and only Bad Cat Cub 440R. This amp right here, it's been my main go-to in my studio for over a year now, and I'm running that into my aux box, which I have it set up with a 4x12 and, you know, a little bit of verb. The biggest thing to know about Jimmy Page is his exceptional use of the tone knobs on your guitar. So on the tone knobs, you have so much control for dialing in your sonic landscape, if you will, for how you want your guitar to sound. And Jimmy Page was the master of this. He makes a telly sound fat and huge, you know what I mean? So like where you roll your tone knob down to can really help dial in the sound that you're going for. Now, when you're playing slide, sometimes it can be a little trebly and too bright and harsh. And if you roll your tone knob down, it cuts some of that high end off, and it really kind of smooths it out, you know? So on this track, I know he's using a fuzz pedal, and I'm not doing that. I'm going guitar direct into the amp, and that's it. Because I want it to be as like clean of a signal for you to listen back to, and I don't want the spittiness of a fuzz. If you don't have a fuzz, you know, I don't want it to sound not anywhere near what you've got going on. So I'm just keeping it simple and direct, going into the amp, the front of the amp, and that's it. So I do have the gain cranked up a little bit, so it's a little more like crunchy, but the tone knob, I have my tone knob on 3 and then, let's see, 5. So, and I'm using both pickups. I'm in the middle pickup selection. So yeah, the treble is on 3, the rhythm is on 5, and both volumes are at 10. And it sounds like this. So one of the things about playing slide guitar is how you hold the pick and how you hold your right hand. So in this camera down here, you'll see it's easier. I like playing slide on single stop tailpiece guitars like this. And what I do is I kind of wrap my pinky around the back end of that, and I just kind of roll it over. So I'm palm muting a little bit, but not a lot. But it gives me some control because I also use the pick and my middle and ring finger on my right hand to pluck some strings. So just for a start, why don't you grab the D string with your pick, your G string with your middle finger, and the B string with your ring finger. Play it open on D, G, and B string. So you got D, B, and G. Sounds like the peacock on NBC. Anyway, so muting has a lot to do with it as well. But I'm just going to get into the riff of the melody line. So what he's doing is he's following Robert Plant's vocal. Okay, so what you're going to do is with your pick on the D string, you're going to slide from the 7th to the 9th fret. And now when you slide in, you're not pressing down all the way. You're going to get that sound. You want it to be smooth. And you want it to stop right on top of the fret. Whereas like when you're playing guitar, you want to be behind it, right? But with a slide, you want to be on it. You can give it a little bit of vibe, shake it a little bit, you know, give it some of your own personality. So let's do that. The first note is 7 to 9 on your D string, which is your A to B. That's the first note. All right, and then from there we're going to the G string. We're going to play 7, 9, and 12. Those are your notes, but you want to slide into it. And when you listen to the track, you're going to hear him give it some vibrato. He's going to kind of like slowly slide into some. So really listen to the phrasing that Jimmy Page uses on this track, but also don't get so caught up in making it, you know, exact. Have some fun with it. So check it out. Just the very first line. Okay? You saw I slid into that 7th fret a little bit? Do that. Okay? And you're all in the G string after that. You're only playing the first 2 notes on that D string, 7 and 9. And now, if you lift up on your right hand, you're going to get a little extra string noise at the end of that phrase, which he adds as part of the part, which it just all adds some more of the vibe of the track. And let's just try that line again. We'll go 7, 9 on the D string, 7, 9, 12, and then go backwards, 12, 9, 7 on the G string, okay? Just like that. And slide it down and hold it on there and right on off. So do it with me one more time. From there, it's changing. Now that was over E. Now he's going to A. So if you just listen to the vocal line, it's a lot of it is all the same. The first one goes. Right there, it changes to the A. And I mean that as in the rhythm section. Back to E. Okay, so let's do the whole phrase together, and it's just where the notes are placed. The first one starts off going. And he's catching that low E and playing the 3rd to 5th fret, right? So the G to A. Open. So 3 to 5, back to 3. And you're only hitting it once. Watch this hand. open. So let's take it from the top. We'll do the whole thing together. So I just wanted to showcase the melody line of You Shook Me, and I think that's a great start for beginners to shoot for. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Remember, it's your right hand. You're muting the strings that you're not using, and then on the slide offs, you release a little bit of the pressure, so you get a little. You can get a little bit of the other strings making noise on the way down. And play along with the song, play along with this video, hit pause if you need to, come back and revisit it. Or like I said, got any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, let's move on. Okay, so up next, guys, I wanted to talk about what is and what should never be. So the solo in that is really, really awesome, and it's on the G string and B string primarily for a majority of it, especially the first two passes, okay? And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play it, and then I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna play the beginning part of it, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay? It goes like this. All right, so like I said, a majority of it is all on the G and B strings until the very end. Okay, that one last little line, and then the second half of the solo, it gets a little crazier. But we're just focusing on that melody part because I think it's a really good start for beginners because you're not worrying about playing anything crazy and fast and multiple strings strumming with a slide. You're just trying to articulate certain notes and pinpoint those to the melody that you're trying to play. You know what I'm saying? So it starts off on the G string on the 4th fret to the 6th fret, and it's just a to the 5th fret on the B string. So those are your first notes. And you can hear it's not this, right? You're muting. So again, what I mentioned in the first part of this video is it's a good way to start stopping the string after you play the note, you know, in time. You want to mute that note so you can play the other one, and then it adds to the clarity and very distinct dictation of the note that you're trying to have the listener hear. Okay, so let's just try it one more time. It goes like this: 4 to 5 on the G string, 4 to 6 on the G string, 5 on the B string. So the notes are B, C sharp, and E. So you just play it and mute it. Bop, mute, mute, mute. Do it again. Can you see this hand in this camera right here? Watch it. It's gonna go like this. I was off that, but I'm accentuating those notes. So I'll hold it out. Just watch this right hand in that video. The minute I put my finger back down on the string, you can see it right there, that mutes it, okay? So we're gonna go from there, 4, 6, 5, 7 and 9, 7 to 2, all on the B string. So you see there's mutes, 7 to 9, mute, 7 to 9, mute, 7 to 2, and hold it, okay? And the note, do you want me to, let me know in the comments below if you like the numbers of the frets or the actual notes, because I'm getting mixed reviews here. But anyway, I'll continue to do it this way. And then F sharp down to a C sharp. Or you're playing 7 to 9 on the B string. Do it again. And then 7 to 2 on the B string. Alright? So we're going to take those and we're going to put both of them together now. And it's going to sound just like this. Okay, obviously it's slower. I did that on purpose. But you can see where I'm muting after certain notes. And then at the last note, that F sharp down to that C sharp, the 7th to the 2nd fret on the B string, and I'm just letting it, I'm hanging on it, and I'm giving it a little bit of wiggle. You gotta wiggle this thing, you know? Give it some vibe. So try it one more time, just that part. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful part. And the beauty of this being a beginner slide thing that I'm doing, and I picked this song for this reason, as the next part is exactly the same, and except for the last part of this second section, which I'll explain to you in a second. But after that, it repeats the exact same way, and then it changes here, same frets, but you're now including the G string. Alright, so now you're incorporating one more string that you weren't in the last one. So now it's a G and B string going from the 7th fret to the 9th fret twice, and then from the 7th fret down to the 2nd fret. So that next line, this is the only change. And how do you mute two strings at once? Well, you use multiple fingers on your right hand. So again, in this camera right here, check out how I'm doing this with my right hand. Or you can even do it open. Practice playing it open. As soon as my pick hits the G string and my middle finger hits the B string, that's the end of it. They're not ringing out anymore. I can do one at a time, like that. But the point is to do them both, to mute them both at the same time. You know, and if you wanted to try like just do that on other strings for other like Honky Tonk Woman, right? That's a good way to start playing two strings and muting them. It's the same concept. That's what I'm getting at. So let's do both of those lines together, and I'll try and play it a little more in time with the song, and then we'll see where we're at. All right? It goes like this. Alright, so after that, you can see I was muting and unmuting both those strings on this part. Coming down. From there, you're gonna move up to 12th fret now on the B string. So 10th fret to 12th fret on the B string, and then the 12th fret on the high E. Alright, so do that again. And that follows, and you rock back and forth. 12 on the B string, 12 on the high E. So slide in, high E, B string, high E again. One more time. Alright? Now you just go down to the 10th fret on the high E. And you're just going back and forth between the 10th and 12th fret on the B and E string. So 10 up to 12 on the B string, high E, B string, high E again, 10th fret on the high E, 10th fret on the B string, and slide into that 12th fret. Do it again. Back down to your A note, 10th fret, B string, slide up to the 14th fret. I know it seems like a lot, but I'm going to do it slowly and just watch my hands. One more time. I'll do it one more time and I'll show you. It's 10 to 12. High E, B string, high E, 10th fret high E, 10 to 12 on the B string. And when you listen to it, you'll get the exact phrasing of it. So coming out of this, twelfth fret B string, 16th fret high E string, 12th fret, B string 12th fret, 10th fret, so you're here on the 12th fret now, B string, high E string 16th fret, back down to 12th fret high E, 12th fret B string, 10th fret B string to 9th fret back up to the 14th. Alright, so I'll do that phrase one more time. Those are the notes. One more time, I'll do it slowly. Alright, so I'm going to do the whole solo now just so you guys can hear it, and then we'll move on to the next song from there. So what is and what should never be is like this. So if you have any questions, guys, let me know in the comments below and we'll move on from there, alright? Alright guys, so last but not least in this 3-song series, I wanted to go over In My Time of Dying. Now, I've done a full video on this entire song, which you can watch right here, but for the premise of this video, I just wanted to really focus on stuff that can help out beginning slide players. And to start off, you need to be in open A tuning. So let's go over that right now. The song is in open A, so let's go over the tuning real quick. On your low E string, it's tuned to E. Your A string is tuned to A. Your D string is tuned up a whole step to E. Your G string is tuned up a whole step to A. Your B string is tuned up a whole step to C sharp. And your high E string is still tuned to E. So the intro riff to this song goes like this. Alright, so let's talk about it. Your main frets that you're focusing on here, 3, 2, and 5, okay? And you're going to be basically focusing on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string when it starts off for the first time, and then the D, your 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, D, G, and B string from then on, okay? So on the 3rd fret, on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string, slide down to the 2, open, back to the 2, 3, 5. Do that again. And notice where my right hand is picking those strings. Okay? And you can see that I'm only picking those strings once. And then again. And the more you do it, the more fluid it'll become. And the second half is 3-2 open and then slide up to the 12th fret. Okay, so it starts off. And it's 2-3-2 open to 12th fret. Alright. Beginning. Repeat it. This is how it ends. Open, 2, 3, slide off. Alright, so from the top, let's just do the first 2 phrases. One more time, and we'll give it a shot. Here it goes. From the top. Repeat it. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope some of these slide tricks helped. They're really cool songs. I have a lot of fun playing them with the guys. And we really we find the groove in some of them, man. We just let it fly. So if you haven't, I hope that you hit that like and subscribe. It helps me, what I'm doing here on this channel, helps me out. And helps me get closer to my new goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, 2025. So thank you everyone who has watched and left comments below. If you have any questions on this video, leave them down there. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, guys, be good to yourself and be good to each other. And I will see you all in the next video.